You know what? It seems like everything you see in the US is actually mirrored a lot in Canada. Um, Even the Black population up there is up against a lot of racism. And the construction business is one of those obvious things that you notice it in. Even here in the US, you can, like here in my state, if there's a highway under construction, you can drive the whole length of where those men are working and you won't come across one single black face. This is all done by design or contracts not being awarded to black businesses that are trying to get those contracts. They get overlooked. So the same thing is going on in Canada in the construction industry. So this comes out on CTV News. Everyone Has the Right to Work group aims to address anti-Black racism in Canada's construction industry. So this is February 8th, 2021. So a new group is focusing on organizing and mentoring Black contractors and other racialized professionals in Canada construction industry to help address unfair hiring practices and racism on the job. Now, if y'all remember here during the debates. If you remember Pete Buttigieg, he was called out because the entire time he was mayor, not one black business was awarded a contract. Not one. And that was a big issue. And that's really an issue all around the country. He's one of many mayors in this country that do things like that. But in the same token, they will look you in the face and claim they're being fair. And we're already hip to we can't find qualified black people. Y'all been lying about that all along. We're already hip to that crap. So what they want to do is help make changes in the industry so that black entrepreneurs can be part of the competition and be awarded contracts, which we're not. We're not. We're really not anywhere. So, first, we want to educate Black entrepreneurs that there is a share of the industry that we can get. Also, to let general contractors know, even homeowners know that there is a place if they want to find Black contractors to work on any project. Calendar explained in an interview. The ACCA officially launched February 1st to coincide with Black History Month. While the organization is based in Toronto, Calendar said that he and its other directors hope to expand the group across the country. Calendar said the goal is to organize and to break down barriers that Black contractors face trying to get started in business. And if they are established, help land more lucrative contracts for larger projects. Calendar said some provisional government have recently made it mandatory to include minorities and racialized people in hiring practices for construction workers. However, he said that's not enough. No, especially if you're not making sure that it's being done. And that's the game they play. Even here in the US, they'll claim they're making changes, they're going to be more inclusive, they're going to do this, they're going to do that, and then they always fall short. And that's really done on purpose. It's just to make it look like, yeah, we're trying to do something about it, but at the same time, they're really not doing anything. But the same status quo that we always see. Well, apparently they do the same thing in Canada as well. So there was a meeting in Ottawa a couple of years ago, and one general contractor told the federal government that they cannot find black contract. That's a big lie. They don't try to find them, or those applicants that put their put an application in, they just disregard it or just throw it out altogether. That is the biggest lie they've been telling in every industry, that they can't find us. Ladies and gentlemen, that is just a way to avoid hiring us, but it's definitely not true. Look, how many people in your family have different professions and backgrounds? Damn near all of us in the Black community. We got doctors, like in my family, we got lawyers, doctors. My cousin down in Florida owns a couple of gas stations. He's a mechanic. I got cousins that are teachers. One of my aunts was a principal, a school principal. So don't tell me we're not out there. I got a cousin that worked in construction. I have a cousin that was a CO at the prisons. Come on. You can't find us. You're not trying to find us. You really don't want to find us. That's a BS answer. But this is the answer they tried to give at this Ottawa meeting. And that was a problem that we saw. And that's why we started this organization, Calendar said. Calendar, who has worked in various forms of construction over the years, said he understands the trials of Black workers well, having immigrated from Barbados in 1976. He says racism exists in construction long before racist incidents, including the death of a Minnesota man, George Floyd, and how that got all the public attention. People failed to realize that construction was always racialized. There has always been racist comments left in washrooms, Calendar said. The reason why it was always a very hard time for Black contractors to get involved in construction. Some don't know, some are not allowed, he added. Calendar said the events surrounding Floyd's death spurred more intense and public forms of racism on construction site. Over the years, unions and contractors were trying to eliminate it from sites. So they just ultimately just hide it. It's there, but they try to hide it and bury it. Okay, so I guess they felt they can now break out of the toilet and put sites. And that's when you saw more graffiti. So they were going in bathrooms and putting racist graffiti whenever Black men were on the job, and they were hanging nooses around. Yeah, they do that over remedial crap. While actions have been taken to ensure construction sites are safe workplaces for everyone, Calendar said, there is still more work that needs to be done. The only way you can eradicate racism, well, there's no way to eradicate it unless you just dismantle the entire system and get rid of all the people that are running it now. Really, that's the only way to eradicate it. You're not going to change these people. You're not going to change their hearts and minds. They already got their minds made up about how they feel about us. And that's all right. That's all right, because I got my mind made up about how I feel about them. That's perfectly fine. So, no, but you can't just take the situation that we're in right now and just try to say, okay, well, we're going to eradicate racism. You can't do it as long as you got the same people in place. And you can't work around these people either. They got to go. That's the only way change can take place. So, he's talking about eradicating it. Like I said, you got to change the entire structure from top to the bottom. And without doing that, you're not going to eradicate nothing. That's just the way it is. Okay. Everyone has the right to work wherever they are, regardless in construction or any industry, Calendar said. Absolutely. You know, Ladies and gentlemen, the problem is they still want us to be the slave class, and they don't want that to change. That's what they have been really fighting to keep us in all this time. They have been fighting hard to keep everybody, including in Canada, in a slave class. They don't want you to go above that. And whenever these things come up, it's just a bunch of lip service. They don't really ever make changes. I've heard these kind of talks even in my state, but you can still go out here and you can see the water company, all white guys, road construction, all white guys. If you see homes going up, all white guys. I mean, seriously, come on. You ain't going to convince anybody these are the only men that can do everything. That ain't even believable. Not even believable. But this is the kind of stuff they've been pushing. The only reason why they are pushing it because they want us to remain the slave class in the country. And they get all the big contracts, the multi-million-dollar contracts, the jobs of work, and they think you don't deserve it. And who says they deserve it? Who says that? Them? Okay, no. We are in a different era now. Okay, no, that ain't gonna go down no more. Y'all got away with that for a long time, not anymore. So anyway, Calendar said racism need to be tackled head on for change to happen instead of going around it. A lot of times you go around racism because it is easier that way than confronting it, he said. Callender said that the years of racism he experienced made him realize that the organization like the ACCA was necessary in addressing racism in Canada's construction sites and reducing the stigma for Black contractors. Some of the stuff that I see that we're fighting is very emotional. That's why I decided to get involved and help get this organization going and get us started, he said. So, as you can see, the same way um, contracts are withheld from Black people in America, you can see they do the same thing in Canada, is no different. This is a global thing. This racism is a global thing, but it's a good thing. It's starting to fall now, you know, and look at how it's falling, ladies and gentlemen. We didn't have to lift a finger. A virus is taking these people down. A virus, okay? A virus is taking them out. Nobody had to lift a finger. We didn't have to declare war on you. We didn't have to fight you out in the streets. We didn't have to try to shoot you unarmed like y'all do to us. We didn't have to do none of them things. A virus is taking you down. And don't pay any mind to this. Blacks are getting it disproportionately. See, they think they can tell us this stuff without showing a single number. And, whatever is out here that's bad, we are always disproportionate to it. They've been playing that game forever. Start disregarding that stuff because they're not even telling you the truth. Look, I was reading today, a lot of people are getting reinfected with COVID, and they have completely kept all of that out of the news. See, that they're just still playing the same stupid games over and over. And I guess they think nobody is going to say anything about it. The numbers they are giving us is bogus. The reinfection rate in the country is high, and they're not talking about it at all. So, ladies and gentlemen, I guess anything, no matter what the subject matter is, they're going to withholding information is just another form of lying, and or just putting out a bunch of bogus numbers. That's lying. So we're just not going to get the truth. So I wish Canada the best, but seeing changes in this society, I wouldn't hold my breath. Even after putting a piece like this out, made very good points, very valid points, but we know as long as these folks have a stronghold on everything, but that's weakening now. Nothing is going to change. Like I said, they want to keep us forced and boxed into a slave class. That's what they have been fighting against for the last 500 years. But y'all, please tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.